Okay, we're going to show you how to import an address book from an MFP, or to export an address book to an MFP from a CSV file or an Excel file. You're going to use DataAdministrator. Well, let's just remove that device. Okay, so normally you're going to start with no devices, or if you've got previous devices, you're going to delete them like that. Then you're going to click on Register Device, search and register. Now it's going to find all the devices on your network. Once you know that it's found your device, you click the cancel button to stop searching. This is the device that I want to use up here. Address ends in 29. So I'm going to select that device and say OK. It's asking me for the admin password, which we all know what that is, and you have to enter it twice. So once you've registered your device, it's going to show up here. And the function selectings are already made over here. So we just want to connect to that device. And I don't care about authentication. I'm only interested in address books right now. So I'm going to import it from the device. Now, if there's an address in there, if you do have a certificate, you're going to get this screen. You just say yes to it. So the line's going across. It's importing whatever's in the machine right now. I always put one address in there so that I know that I have a valid address book. If they already have an address book, it'll still be in there. If it's a brand new machine, there won't be any address in there. Okay, so once the address book is imported, we want to take a look at it. So we click our Address Settings tab and then our address book. And you can see that I have one email address in there. Everybody should know that one. Kelcom, service@kelcomcopiers.com. So I want to now import my file. So I'm going to click on File, Import, and import each data from the file. So I've got a file on my desktop that somebody had sent me, and the final one was full of errors, so I fixed it, and I saved it as binder 2. So when I open that, I'm going to tell it that I'm only looking to import email, and it's comma separated, it's CSV file. So what we're going to do here is we're going to tell it where to find the address name. Now our address name is in column 1, so we're going to select that. Our search key we see here is in column 3. We're going to select that, and where the heck are our email addresses? Oh, there they are in column 8. So we're going to scroll down here and we're going to choose column 8 and select that. Once you've selected those 3 columns, your next button appears. Click on next. Now we have to highlight everything and tell it that we want to select everything. Just hold your shift key and click. Click select, choose import. Now you're not importing it to the machine at this time, you're just importing it into the DataAdministrator. So to export it to the machine, this button needs to light up. But if we look over here, it says the address book was imported with an error. Now if we look down our list, this one here is an error. And we can see under the email addresses that that's not an email address. So what happened there is I imported the very first line, which happened to be the headers. So we can delete that line, if you want to look at it, if you double click on it, if it was an email address, you could edit the email address. Often there's a space and that causes it to have an error. But in this case, we're just going to delete that line. So once that line is deleted, our error message up here disappears, and we have the ability to export to the machine. So we're going to write, and this is a fairly large file. I think they had, well, up there, 189 items. And you see it's writing them down here. It's not a very speedy process, but it's more efficient than typing out almost 200 addresses. And we got our update data completely. And we're done. We can close out of this. We can browse to our machine. And we can see that our address book is there. That's all there is to it.